Hello, I'm Mary V. Well, I got my violin back, so let's have a look at it. So my violin has been in for repair and I just got it back, and quite a lot of things have changed. And it was quite a shock when I first got it back and started to play it in the shop, because it sort of sounded like a viola, and that was nerve-wracking. But I've played it a couple of times and there's been some massive changes. It's got a new fingerboard that's not touching the belly anymore. It's been hollowed out underneath. It's quite close to the belly at the sides, but in fact they hollowed it out, so it's not touching and it's not moving around either. There's a new bridge and a new soundpost. So it sounds very, very opened up. There's a lot of ring to it, especially with the harmonics. Harmonics are there's a lot of ring to them. Never had that before. The harmonics are in tune as well, which is amazing. And that's because the bridge is in the right distance, subdividing the strings, you know. The fingerboard feels a little bit bigger. They said they could shave it down a little bit for me, but I don't know if I'll be able to get used to it. It feels slightly heavier, the neck. And this new fingerboard also, they said the other one was very scooped out. It had a lot of dents in it from years of pressing and playing. I think that was mostly me. So the fingerboard feels it felt very smooth at first, but now it's getting a bit of friction back in. It's easier to play. But the thing is that the whole thing feels like a wild horse that you've got to sort of train. Because I've also got my bow rehair, and it's so incredibly different when you've got some fantastic new hair put on your bow. It works much better. It's much easier to get everything off the string. I mean, that's incredibly easy. It's like everything is, if I think about it, I'll be able to conceptualize it on the violin because it's so open. The tone on the G string is absolutely amazing now. So on the A string, I feel it's a little bit difficult to play in third position. The tone seems to be sort of slightly lacking there, but this string feels a bit gritty here, so maybe if I clean the string very thoroughly, that'll clear up. But everything is working so brilliantly, and the major thing is that now the fingerboard isn't moving at all. It's very stable. And I realised that the fingerboard was moving around before, and now there's a sense of absolute security. So as soon as my fingers get used to this new the new positions, it's very slightly different feeling, and I'm not absolutely sure of where the positions are, but I feel that there's going to be more sense of security, and it's easier to play in tune because there aren't any of these tiny fluctuations that were happening. can hear it better. So I realised that once I start getting used to the minute changes that have happened, I think that things are going to feel more secure, and hopefully my tuning is going to be a little better. It's been quite difficult to hear and play in tune actually just recently. It's giving me back a lot of beautiful undertones and ringings and things that it just feels like both of these things are like wild ponies, and I have to sort of get used to them as if they're taking me over. One thing about the bow is that it's making me use more bow. I'm absolutely thrilled with the response that I'm getting. I mean, I thought my violin had improved, but it's just improved again. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, I do have to get used to it, but also on the E string, when I go up, I can hear it a lot better somehow. It's going to be an amazing journey in the next few days and weeks to see how much more expansive my expression and confidence can get with the response that I'm getting. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. The bow is an absolute joy. I realise now that there were some difficulties going on with both the bow and the violin, and you kind of get used to it. And when you have a change like this and the violin has responded by opening up even more, it's so exciting, it's so amazing. And you know, to have even more feeling of security and maybe expression. And also I've already had the feeling of sort of kind of letting go and having a bit more faith in the bow and the violin. So goodness knows where that's going to lead me. And so there I've got my precious violin back, and it feels really, really good. So I've got another journey to go on to see if I can bring out more in myself. That's the thing. I'm hearing things that are giving me new ideas. I'll probably re-record some of the pieces that I've already recorded. So that's the update. My precious violin. Thank you. So let's see how it goes in the next few days and weeks. So bye-bye for now. See you again. Bye.